Right. So you guys make your way into the take today. Silver, the pretty young sort of noble woman, looks a little out of her element at all times, but still coming along to nearly die every day. Gwyneth, the mostly hair regrowing rogue. Milo, the tiny badass halfling with an angry whooping stick for the youngins. John Hitch, the somewhat ethereal half-elf, kind of wandering around looking at things slightly misty-eyed. And returning Rogar, who, sort of nose is twitching, eyes are like slightly dilated and red, keeps like looking nervously over his shoulder, scratching at his arms. You guys all make your way inside. And sitting at his desk, looking over a mound of paperwork, is Merton. He's like, yes, come in, my friends. We have an important contract for you today.
I heard something about unicorns.
Perhaps. Roga, please.
What? There's going to be unicorns? What?
I know, right?
Let me explain. Now, as some of you might be aware, there has been raiding happening in the north. A large band of northern barbarians have came down and been sacking towns and causing trouble. Now, obviously, this is a military issue, and they have not been getting us involved too much. That being said, recently some of these raids have been carried out from, the reports say monstrous mounts, giant wolves, and according to some reports, one of them even rides upon the back of a unicorn, although that is strange, as unicorns are not normally known for raiding and burning down villages. Anyway,
are we sure it's not a nightmare?
Nightmare unicorn, I cannot say for sure. We only have second-hand reports from... Rogar, would you stand still? Fuck's sake. We only have second-hand reports from the soldiers. All we know is that they have decided that it is necessary to hire the slayers... Rogar, I swear to God. They found it necessary...
Would you like me to stun him?
Maybe later. That we have found it necessary to hire the slayer's take. What they have done, the cat immediately bites you, as since Jab left, no one has trained it. Since what they have done is they have left one of the towns in the far reaches. They have left with only a very small garrison of protectors. The plan is to lure in one of these attacks. You then need to let the animals. You need to let the creatures come in close enough and then spring an ambush on them. You'll be given some soldiers to aid with this. And yes, you must kill their mounts and, if possible, capture the leadership of these raids. Apparently there is a great black knight who rides on on the unicorn and is causing lots of trouble. If you manage to repel the raid, you'll all be granted quite a bit of money. Let us have a look here. 150 for helping repel the raid. If you manage to slay all the monsters that they ride upon, it'll be another 50 gold. And if you manage to capture their strike leader, it'll be another 50. So that would be a possible 250 gold each.
Not too shabby.
No, not at all. Now, this being possibly quite a dangerous contract with little information, I do have some pies to give out. Is anybody level 4 or under?
No, but I'm level 5.
I'm level 5.
Level 5. Do I give the level 5s?
I think John and Silver have the least health of everyone in the party. Like, John's probably got half as much health as my rogue. Alright, I stand corrected. I have half as much health as him.
How much do you have, Gwen?
38.
I have 34, but my AC is 13.
My ACs are the same. I have health, not AC.
I don't have any warding pies for you today.
Before we get anywhere.
Milo is 57 HP and now AC 18.
Damn. Thank you.
Wisdom, yo.
Good roll there.
Good job. Bleed yourself.
I have a greater healing pie for everyone. So everybody gets a greater healing pie.
Thank you.
And a delicious confectionaries.
Thank you, Azin, and thank you, Martin.
Good. Now the town itself is quite a ways away. We have acquired you some horses to travel there quickly. It will still take about 2 days. Well, you should arrive there on your second day, and the attack we expect to happen around the evening of that day. And then it'll be a day and a bit back.
Would we have to set up defenses?
Go there, have a look at the town. How you deal with the contract is your issue. Speak with the people there, speak with the guards, see what you have to deal with.
It's because I'm looking at buying like 30 bags of caltrops.
Remember, part of this is a trap. You have to get them into the town, otherwise they may just ride away. So while you might want to set up defenses, if you build just an impenetrable wall, they'll ride up to it and just fuck off. And then we don't get anything.
Martin, your language today is
Yes.
graceful.
Look, I didn't sleep much last night. There was a lot of noise coming from the inn next door again. I apologize.
I'm sorry, I was practicing the new pipes.
That was fine. That was lovely. Right.
Are you sure the fact that you sent Dank and Loxon alone on a contract wasn't keeping you up?
No.
You sent 2 on a contract?
For those who aren't aware, yesterday Merton was sent 2 people on a contract at about 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, he had an early morning as well. That's why he's kind of stressed.
Yeah.
Right, so yeah, you guys head outside. There are some delightful horses waiting for you. They're all called Buttercup. And you make your way off. You travel
I would like to use my seahorse.
Oh yes, of course. You ignore your horse and get on your mighty flying seahorse. And
Bloopy.
Bloopy. You get on Bloopy. And you ride away. So, you travel for a full day, head to bed, go to sleep, wake up the next day. And around about 2 p.m. the next day, this is quite hard riding as well. By the time you get there, your horses are exhausted. You'll probably be given separate horses for the trip back to give these ones a chance to rest. Yeah, you arrive in the town of Norfolk. Norfolk is this town here. You kind of come in on the road.
Oh, hey! I remember this place.
You do? I feel like I've used it before. This is new to me.
No, this is a very similar layout to a town that was worshipping Asmodeus.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Bit similar, but not the same.
You were right. We probably used the same Mac pack. It's a very good Mac pack. I have to say that.
Matt Pat!
Mac pack.
Game theory, but that's just a theory. Oh, sorry. Matt Pat.
Okay. Silva has a small stroke and continues to support herself. And you guys arrive. Yeah, you can see there's people moving around. The town seems fairly busy. You can see there's a sort of gentleman like moving ale. People seem to be kind of somewhat preparing. Like you see some gentlemen over here are like moving stores inside where they'll be more safe. Reinforcing walls. There's a hunter coming in with some food. Yeah, just in general, the place seems kind of busy. As for what the town itself is like, there's a river kind of running along the back. And the town is... it looks fairly new, like a lot of the towns around Vasselheim are. They're part of this new kind of attempt at expansion. But worn, because it's quite hard living out here. The walls are quite thick, like designed to repel attack. Most of the buildings are actually 2-story. You can sort of see windows on the second stories. There's a well in the center of the village, and the roofs are made out of... What's it called? Made out of slate. That's my description complete.
So, It just looks like they're preparing, basically.
Yeah, you've literally just arrived. Like, no one else, you've just arrived, no one's taught you yet. Some people are giving you, like, looks like, oh, here come adventurers. But people are just going about their daily lives and businesses right now.
Okay, I feel like Gwyn would unbind her hand because she actually keeps her take symbol under a wrapping, like a leather wrapping, and she only undoes it when she has to show it.
Okay.
I guess she'd look between the other four and see if anyone else more charismatic wants to talk to people.
Yeah, at the moment you're all just kind of standing awkwardly at the entrance to the town, looking around, bit like that kid who just arrived at a party and doesn't know who to talk to.
That is me, but I have good charisma, but I am just awkward, okay?
Okay, Silva, let's work together. I know we can do it.
Okay, sure. We can ask around, like, for the mayor, maybe, or the person in charge of the town. So they can maybe help us. They know the structure of the town better than we do. They might know a place where we can maybe lure them in to a trap.
I mean, I can hide in the well and then
Excuse
bring a
me,
trap.
ma'am.
Oh, hello there.
Is there
Oh, no,
like
oh,
a
no.
village
I just-
elder around that we could speak to?
Ah, yes, you're the adventuring types, I see. And she kind of
Yes,
looks
we're
you
with
over.
the take, and Gwyneth sort of shows the brand.
She nods and goes, very good, very good. Yes, Mayor Kurth is, she's over at the far end of the street there in front of her manor.
Over here?
She points off in that direction.
Yeah, okay.
Just down the street in front of her manor. She's been waiting for you.
Oh, okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
You're very welcome. Oops, I accidentally moved the roof of that house. Alright. You move along the street. Yeah, you can see there are people working away as you go, kind of watching you as you go by, like that kind of like small town, suspicious gaze.
I just wave at them, like, Queen wave,
wave.
like, as they're looking at us.
Yeah, and Gwyneth, as you kind of stride ahead, you see, yeah, there's a middle-aged woman, quite pretty, but with sort of a severe expression on her face, is waiting for you. She has some soldiers around her, carrying halberds, and a sort of older-looking soldier standing a little ahead. And she watches you arrive.
I take it you're the mayor?
Hey guys, we're going this way. Okay, there we go.
Yes, I am Mayor Kurth.
We were sent by the Take. We understand that you have an impending raider problem.
Yes, we do. And rather than send the proper necessary defenses, they've sent you here and used our town as a bait, as a spot for ambush. I'm thrilled about this, I'm sure you can imagine.
I mean, yeah, I can imagine you'd be quite shitty with us, but it's not us, it's the management.
Yeah, we're just innocent bystanders that are gonna fight some guys. Awkward
Yes.
smile.
While you're fighting these guys, you better be able to do the job properly, because if not, my town will be burnt to the ground without proper defenses. So, here's the plan as I see it. I'm going to take my milita here, and she points at her, like, surrounding men, and the rest of the town, and we will hide in the back of the inn. We will stay out of the way and out of sight and let you do your job. While that's going on, there are some soldiers in there who to help you.
Walk back.
Ruger, you're a ranger, are you not?
Good boy.
Find a perch. Where's best for you to shoot from? Stay hidden.
Do you have any good ideas where we can maybe like lure them into a dead end or somewhere in your town?
Luring into a dead end, I am not sure about. But if you can get them into the town square, their mobility might be a little... Or if you get them in this field here beside us, get them close enough, you can maybe engage them without them being able to run away. They won't. They are here to fight, so they would expect some difficulty. They won't go unless they realize they're outmatched. So.
Right. What I would like to know is what buildings are best to defend from the town square.
From the town square, and she looks over and goes, if you kind of pan over the town square, that building there is 2 stories, and so is the ones here and here. You could defend from the. You could have somebody up there to fire from the rooftops. And you could use your soldiers, if you hide them in the buildings, to cut off lines of escape. That would also put them nicely away from from the inn. Although I cannot guarantee they'll ride straight into the inn. There are buildings over here, after all.
Put it away, Rogar.
Do we know which direction they're liable to come from?
She points southwards, or map south anyway, and goes, if they're bringing horsemen, they'll want to travel across the fields, which I believe they are. So they'll come from that direction, I think.
I actually didn't realise that was part of the map.
Yeah, the map goes way south.
Right.
That being said, they may
Where's
be able to bring some people from the east, but they would have to travel as a small group, as they would. We have watchtowers that way. They'd have to, if they're going from that way, they'd have to be more sneaky. So I don't think they'll bring any horsemen that way.
Right. I'm thinking rangers on the roof or second-story buildings.
Second-story buildings would be better. The roofs aren't really made for people to stand on them.
Fair enough.
Do you know much information about these guys' modus operandi? Like,
I'm not really the
what type
person to
they
talk
play
to about that. The commander of the soldiers is in the inn. He might know a little better.
That's where I think we should start.
Good. And if I can once
Okay,
again get back...
Rogar.
She frowns.
Sorry.
Being interrupted again. You can tell she does not like you, and that opinion is not getting changed very quickly. I am going to take my my milita here, and we are going to secure the people in the back of the inn, and wait for this to blow over. Is that understood?
Actually, it's militia.
Yeah.
I like milita.
We'll do our best to protect your town.
Thank you. And she sort of, nods and says, yes, the inn is behind me. Behind the butcher randomly standing in the middle of the road.
I'll head there, speak to the guard captain, I think she called him.
The guard captain's actually the man with her right now. You get the feeling there's a difference here. There is a normal town guard who are with her, but there's also like soldiers who have been sent to help you, and they're inside the tavern.
Right.
Milo, can you and Fanpy go get information on what exactly it is we're fighting to the best of your abilities?
So, has this group
Silver.
already raided this town before?
No, they've not
No.
attacked us here. We were given enough soldiers to deter attacks, but they were recently drawn away.
But do the people of the town then even know about this? I don't think they would.
We have been made aware of the situation.
Yeah, so the people in the town know what is coming or not.
Yes, we are aware that we are going to be attacked soon.
Yeah, but not by what?
No, you'd have to talk to the soldiers about that.
Where are the
Yes.
soldiers?
In the inn.
Silver, if you want to
That building, okay.
Is this
Yes.
building over here? Yeah, she's pointed back there a couple of times now.
Yeah,
Silver,
maybe.
Silver, if you want to come with me, Gwyneth, would you like to scout for vantage points?
Yeah, I'll have a look around the town,
Very well.
see what I can come up with.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
let's go.
Other way, Silver.
Yeah, Silver walks off in the
No,
entire
but this one
room.
has a cross on it. Is it not this building?
Nope.
I'm confused.
That's me mentally marking things.
Oh, we have John. How are you, John?
Okay.
So, you look inside, and you can see there is a tavern, bustling with soldiers. There's a bunch of men standing around. They've all got sort of spears against the wall and shields ready, wearing breastplates. They're having like a few ales, talking. There's kind of a nervous energy in the room, that before combat kind of feel. And kind of at the front of them all is this burly sergeant who's like talking with them. He doesn't seem to be like giving like so much gruff orders as like slapping on the backs and like trying to like keep everyone's spirits up. And he sees you come in and he's like, "Ah, you must be the fellows from the Slayer's Take."
Indeed we are.
Hey.
Good. Pleasure to meet you. I am Sergeant Varl. These are my men. Lear, Rilk, Milo, Blaine, and Doyle.
Hello.
Good troopers all. And
One of our friends is also called Milo.
Oh. Well, that's going to get really confusing really quickly. I look forward to it. Anyway. And he sort of like looks around. These are my lads. We are at your disposal for the day. We're here to help make sure that none of these bastards escape. Basically, what you want us to do, we'll do it.
What are we fighting?
It's a good question. I know that some of them are definitely writing wargs. We faced wargs before, though that's nothing new. But it appears as if the best of them, the knight and their marauder captain, are riding some of them on the back of flaming steeds. The captain himself appears to be riding on the back of a unicorn, from what I've heard.
So we're expecting nightmares and at least one unicorn.
Yeah, that's the reports I've been given. Strange, though, unicorn to come in and start goring people and stamping on heads, but especially since the man riding it has been apparently a complete savage.
Some creatures have been turned before.
I suppose, but like unicorn, I mean, they're so pretty.
So do unicorns have any like actual magical properties, or are they just horses with horns?
You would know in this world hella magical properties. Like, if it's a unicorn, then they have lots and lots of magics.
Cool.
Unicorns have so many magics, they can be a warlock patron.
I'm going to if it is a unicorn, I'm going to do my blazing saddles thing. Punch a horse.
Yep, just go. Fuck that shit. Here comes Mongo. Punch a horse.
Candygram for Mongo.
But anyway, and yeah, could somebody who considers their character quite insightful?
Relatively.
Milo's got plus something.
You're probably quite high. You got a good wisdom. +6. Yeah, Milo. You look over the men and you recognize like scared soldiers where you see them. These men are nervous. Like they all look relatively experienced, but this is like, this is bad action. This is a trap. This is like something where people are definitely going to die. There's no like, pretty much no way around it. They look nervous and a little scared.
Milo, do the soldiers look okay?
They look somewhat battle ready.
Okay, well, I can make them more battle ready. I start playing a song.
What song do you play? They all look confused at first as this, like, young noble woman like begins playing. Oh my god!
I rolled a nat 1. Why? I rolled 2 nat 1s.
Double nat 1s.
Oh wow! I mean,
good job. That's not a critical fail. That is still technically a 12.
Still, I mean, I can't give you much for a double nat 1s. Like, you start playing and they look at you and they're like, "It's a nice tune." Maybe you just picked the wrong song. Maybe it's like a song about some poor lad who went off to war and died and never saw his mother again. Because it starts off a little cheery.
Was it not supposed to play that song? I thought that would inspire them to not die.
It kind of has one of those like cheery, like uplifting beginnings, and they're all kind of happy, and then it goes on to how he died, his mother cried, and Mama just killed a man. And yeah, you can see there.
Need to make you cry.
Yeah, they're not digging it.
Why did I roll 2 nat 1s? It's not fair.
No, it's absolutely. It happens.
It's fair, it's just not ideal.
How about something a bit more cheery?
I'll try, but
Yeah, does anybody want to try and save Silva? Like, she's made her roll. You can see these guards are looking like after this song are considering possibly going AWOL.
Oh Oh no.
Could I attempt to, with that horrible attempt at inspiring them, intimidate them into saying, and that what awaits when you flee?
No, I mean,
no.
it was still 12. What?
It was still 12. It's not like you've really scared the shit out of them, but like it just didn't work as you intended.
I have an idea, because Milo is a monk of Cord. Would a blessing not help?
Yeah, you want to like gather them round for a blessing after this? Like, all right, lads, come on. All right, do you want to gather them outside? It's a bit stuffy in here.
Yeah, I'll gather them outside.
All right, so they move out under the watchful eyes of their sergeant and sort of form up into as best ranks you can when there's 5 of you.
I just walk out and I shulk in the corner. I'm like, why did I choose that song? That was an awful idea. Yeah.
I think it's because you were playing the flute and the flute was just too loud.
Yeah, maybe I should try the violin.
I mean, with pipes.
Types of haunting really encourage them.
That makes them frightened if I play that.
So yeah, I'm going to attempt to bring back the morale with a prayer from Cord.
I study him as he does the prayer.
14. I mean, it's appreciated. It's appreciated. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, we can do it. Sort of awkward smiles. One of them goes, but what about Seren Ray? Like, shut up, Doyle.
And if Ruga shoots an arrow. Wake up, bitches!
I basically just go around them and do the little pre-match blessing, and one of them mentioned Seren Ray, and I'm like, pray to whatever god you wish. Cord is one of battle and welfare.
I ask, any of you have wills you want to write? I have some paper and ink. I could write them out for you.
That's probably why my religion check didn't work out so well. Scare them with death wills. That's a good idea.
We have to be prepared.
Be prepared. Anything else?
Can I persuade them to be less scared?
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
you'd have to do like a rousing speech of sorts.
We need Sicilian with his inspiring leader.
Oh no.
What is Silva's inspiring speech? Like, you can see Milo's like brought it back a little bit, but they're still a little unsure.
I feel this is like a 4E flipping skill check at the moment. Trying to rouse troops.
Yeah.
Come on, Silva.
Right, so you men have all prayed to your gods, and these people have their own gods and their own families that they want to live with. And if we give up now, then they might never get the chance to do all the things that they want to do. And I know that you may be scared, and I am scared. I mean, I'm just a little girl. What am I doing here? But I mean, you guys are also here, and you can help us protect these people.
Silva.
Yes.
Just uplift them.
I'm trying.
Roll a persuasion check. Oh, much better. Yeah, they're all filled with. One of them goes, "Oh, she reminds me of my wee sister," and they all like feel like they need to get together to look after this bumbling bard to make sure she doesn't die. So, Silva, when you think the guards are faltering and need a little extra strength, I just want you to tell me to hold the line. Just at any stage, it doesn't have to be your turn, but just say, hold the line. And when you do that, basically there's a wee bonus I've put in on them.
God damn.
Okay, I don't really understand.
It's a battle tactic. Basically, if soldiers get start to falter, they start to second guess themselves. If you tell them to hold the line, they tend to dig their feet in.
Right. In a gameplay, if you think like the soldiers are starting to struggle or getting hurt or something, and you think you need to help them out, just shout. Just tell me you want the soldiers to hold the line, and I've got something set up for that.
Okay.
Cool. They march to the end of the street. and sort of wait for you to tell them where you want them to kind of position themselves when the fighting starts. Or like, if you want them to hide somewhere, because there's all these buildings they can hide in and stuff, and what you want them to do when the fighting begins. Now, while that was going on, Rogar, you were kind of looking around and trying to make plans.
Yeah, me and Gwyneth are looking at buildings, trying to find vantage points, and I have a question really quick. If I was to be on top of, like, this house and I needed to change positions, could I technically jump, like, to this house and then from that house to, like, just jumping from vantage point to vantage point?
That house here is only, that one's only like a one-story shed.
Okay.
So you couldn't really jump, without like a jump spell, you couldn't really jump from that house to or it's actually that one there might be one story as well. Let me just check.
That apartment.
That little apartment is one story actually. So yeah.
And then I'm guessing that roof is like leads to a second story, so I could climb.
Yeah, you could jump from this one to that one with an athletics check, and then you could climb up to the second story of this one. Okay. Do you want to kind of have a look at the second stories of some of these houses?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just quickly get those set up. Oh, I guess that one doesn't have a second story.
I'm guessing this one's a single story as well.
I believe so. Yes, that one's a single
like
story.
Yeah.
Just a wee single story house. Okay, so what you're looking at right now is the bottom floors of all these houses. And little GM magic.
It's a kind of magic.
Magic.
Oh, two back.
Magic. Sorry.
There is the second stories. So, yeah, you could you've got like this bedroom up here that you could go in and shoot, and then have this. Actually, looks like that like has like an overlip that actually walks onto the roof of that building. There's a second story here and here. You could hide in and fire down from. I think that there's a second story there. So yeah, there's lots and lots of second stories you could hide from. Also, you know that this manor here has a second story. As does the inn. Although you don't know if you want to. If you're trying to, you'll also have to lure them somehow into this part of the town, so they don't just like go and start like smashing up the mayor's house and the inn while you're over here.
How strong is Phantasmal Force?
I mean, targets one thing, has to make an int save. If the guy is dumb, it's very effective.
Yeah, okay.
What about sleep?
Ugh.
What's the big blue line doing across my map?
It's fixed.
Cool. So yeah, that's where you see. Anywhere kind of standing out to you as maybe like a place to...
But I don't think Phantasmal Force targets one person. I think it's more like you make something, and then, some people might believe it, and some people might not.
No, Phantasmal Force, you target one guy, and he sees that. As I believe, I've used the spell a couple of times.
You create an illusion of a fire beneath the guy, and only for that guy the thing is dealing damage. They see it as being fire damage, but it's psychic.
Yeah, okay.
If you had Major Illusion, that's the spell that everyone sort of sees, but it doesn't really hurt anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Phantasmal Force is more like you target one guy and make him see whatever you want.
Right. Do we know from which side they will be invading? From the White Cross, or is that just a random?
Yeah.
It's just another random cross that people have been drawing. Oh yeah, that's right. From the south seems to be the idea. You suspect if they're coming on horseback, they'll probably ride across the open field, not through the woods here.
Yeah.
So.
Is there any more information on this house, the corner house?
Let's have a look. That house. Is
sorry about scribbling all over your map.
It's
but
fine.
I needed to
If you can just delete them when we get started, just so I haven't got little scribbles all over the map.
This is like the battle strategy where we're drawing dirt.
I think that house there might only be one story because I can't click on it right now.
Ah, okay. That's where Milo would hide then, because that's closest to where the entry point is.
Yeah.
Should I just stay there because I'm not going.
That's not a house. That's a gazebo.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a gazebo with an overhang. It's like a wee, like, they probably store stuff there sometimes, you know, to keep it out of the rain, but not, like, fully inside.
It's like an outside storage.
Yeah.
And
wheat and stuff.
Sort of like a bigger version of this bit.
Someone used to play Stronghold. I take it.
Is it me or is it just a big pile of grass over some of the houses on the top?
Yeah.
Oh, that's because I've been moving map layers around.
Boop. Looks kind of cool though. It looks like it's mossy roofing.
So over here, is this just like a farmhouse?
Over where, sorry?
To the left.
Oh, that one there. It seems to be a barn, but there's an apartment on top of it. Sorry, just gonna go back to the object. Yeah, there's an apartment over this bit here, but not over this bit here.
Okay.
If I swap layers, you can see. Yeah, there's a second story apartment over the barn.
Okay. Yeah,
Silver is visibly noble, isn't she?
Yeah, she.
Are you trying to bait? That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
We could have.
Basically, I kind of got it in my head, pull them into the town square and have the guards sit in the small shacks that are marked with green X's. And Rogar and I could be on the roofs that are marked with the green X and the red X.
It's an idea for a bait system. Silver in the middle, playing music.
I mean, I could be there too, I guess. You know, just two people chatting. Make it less suspicious.
The way I'm seeing it is, if we have a bait system of Silver and possibly John Hitch, then surround this town centre, the town square. But we'd also need to try and block them off from escaping that way as well.
Well, yeah.
I feel like that's what the guards have the guards wait in the houses until they start looking
like here.
like
So
they're
yeah,
running away.
Yeah, so you can have one guard like stand here, one guard can maybe stand here to prevent them. Stand here from preventing them from going this way, and one on top, and like one on this side.
Yeah, there are 5 normal guards, so you can maybe have 2 at the bottom, two on two of the entrances, one on one of them, and then you could have the sergeant take another one. We usually had more guards, but you know, this is kind of these are the soldiers you've been given.
What weapons do the guards have again?
Spears, and they've also got light crossbows. Spears, shields, and light crossbows.
They can technically also from the entrance that they're blocking, like shoot the horses that they're riding on, so that the horses fall and they have less means of escape as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, doing that, they'd have to put their shields down, which would make them a little vulnerable if someone charged them.
What are
normal crossbows or light crossbows? Because
light crossbows are still two-handed. It's only hand crossbows that are one-handed.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
What's people's ranges or preferred range, should I say?
Far.
Mine is only unfortunately up to 120. Preferably at like 60, but I can do 120.
I think my spell range is like 60 to 30, depending on which spell it is.
So you'd want to be near the front?
No.
Well, you wouldn't want to be near the front.
I've got 150 range, but if you want advantage, I've got to be within 30 feet.
I mean, technically, you two with bows, you have 600 feet, though, at a disadvantage. But we need to get them close enough so we can't just start pelting them when they're at the edge.
Yeah, I mean, if they're in the middle of the town, range isn't going to be much of an issue from any of the second stories. Like, you'll be within 30 feet of most of them.
Can I ask something, by the way? If we're going to be using me as bait, where do I go when they come to the town?
Milo will be very close by. Or, actually, yeah, Milo can do the old man thing.
Should we have tea?
I can act like an old man.
Okay.
Yeah, the second you put your speed boots on, they're gonna realize something's up.
So at that stage, they get punched in the face.
I will delay it until the last second. Till I see the whites in their eyes.
The guards say, so you want us to cover all 4 of the wide entrances out.
Yes,
Yeah.
preferably.
All right.
Yeah, basically,
They
I've
start
placed
positioning
a
themselves.
green X at the houses in the town square that I feel like would be best for them to hide in.
All right. They start to position themselves.
The only one I didn't foresee. Oh, there's a side door in that one, is there?
Yeah. Sergeant Varl will take the X over there.
Can I just ask something?
No.
No, I mean, I'm just gonna be here, and they're gonna come up with the horses. Where am I supposed to go?
Don't worry.
Everything's gonna be fine. Yeah, he's gonna start attacking. I'm gonna start attacking. And if you get hurt, I'll heal you, but you just leave.
I just leave. Okay, good idea. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Maybe we should make a ladder on the side of a wall where they couldn't see, so you could climb up, and then you would be on the rooftop.
You could also duck into there or there.
Yeah, but I still want to be able to help, though. So, like,
that's
the idea
what I'm
of like
saying.
a ladder is
If you were to run into one of the houses, you'd be able to maybe see out windows and stuff, but the horsemen would have trouble chasing you inside, unless they dismounted, which would they might do, but it would be it would lose one of their advantages.
Yeah. Hinder them more than.
Okay.
But yeah, you've got 30-foot range of speed, haven't you?
Yes.
So yeah, you could practically get into any house.
Yeah, you could sprint into like this building here, or across to that building there, or into this one here. Yeah, you could definitely like make a wee run and find a house to pick up, as long as they're not faster than you and like bear down on you straight away.
And you have got the miniature puncher right next to you.
It's gonna be tough for Milo, because he'll just be in the middle of this like place surrounded by badass horsemen. But
do we know how many, or about how many are coming?
They just know a raiding party, so like that could be anything from like
5 to 12.
They say it will probably be like 6 or 7 men on like horseback or warback, and then there'll be some foot troops who might like run in a little while afterwards, but they'll be a little behind.
Do we want to catch the whole party, or is just the party leader the most important?
Your contract is really just to kill the mounts, because they're causing a lot of trouble. They're giving them too much mobility, and capture the party leader.
Okay, can I tell the soldiers to like aim for the horses' legs, or so that the horses become immobilized?
Yeah,
or like kill them.
Varl says he's going to have his men focus on like holding the entrances, so they'll probably like attack if they get approached, so they don't have a chance to escape. Okay. But if they do, his men will attack the horses, because they'll have a better chance of killing them.
Yeah, let Milo focus on the big guy, because I can do non-lethal if needed.
Cool. Do you guys want to... So, Gwen, if you're going to be on the top story of that building there?
Basically, she's climbed to the roof.
Okay.
She's on the rooftop.
Well, the roofs really aren't good to stand on, and they actually give you less cover and less positioning than just standing inside the second story.
The only issue that Rogar has with the second story is he doesn't want the hassle of like, I can't see anybody out this fucking window.
I mean, you should be able to see the whole like from your window, you'll be able to see the whole courtyard.
All right.
And then, at least Gwyneth will be from her one. And Rogar, which one are you going to be in?
I haven't really decided. I'm thinking about this one.
Yeah, so from this one, you'll be able to see the whole courtyard. If you want to run to the back, you can see out that way. You've got a line that way. Well.
And if I run up to either one of these two, will I be inside? Or will I be still outside? Because the door is on this side, right?
Yeah, but the doors won't be locked.
Doors here.
You can tell them not to lock the doors, and so you can get inside quickly.
Yeah, I can use a dash to get inside, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think some of them you can actually make it in without even having to dash. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gwyneth, you're up in this this sort of bedroom. This bedroom, 2 beds. Looks like the family sort of sleeps up here. And yeah, you can see over the whole area nicely. If you go to the back, you can see out across the fields. You've got pretty good vision.
Yeah.
And Rogar, you've got the same. Hey. Yeah, you think you could easily go out the window, because the windows aren't glass. They're not wealthy enough for that. They're just shutters. go out to here, and then like go across there and leap across to there if you needed to.
Alright.
Cool.
Hitch, how good are you at running?
I run like an old person would.
So you got 30.
Want to scream and flail and run from the meadow into the town centre?
Let me try, see how convincing I can be. Yeah, not great.
I think if we have a small party next to the well, I could disguise myself enough to look like an older gentleman.
Yeah, that'll be fine. It'd be kind of be more based on Silva's performance check.
Oh no, not again.
Like, if she does a good performance, they'll be so distracted by her, like, they won't even think about guards and stuff. They'll be just moving into, you know, deal with the obvious thing.
Would I not be granted advantage? Acting like an old man?
No, because then you'd be having to do a roll as well. I think you're you know, it's on Silva. I'm just going to remove the roofs of these houses because people are going to be inside them.
That's fair.
These ones here and here. Oh, that's actually the inn. You know, I'll keep the roof off the inn for now as well. Yeah. So you guys kind of had an idea. Roger's gonna be up there. Roger's gonna be there. John, are you gonna stay downstairs with everyone else?
I'm gonna probably be with Silva just in case, because I don't need to be high up. I can be at the ground.
Okay, that's fine. So you guys are all going to be in there, and the idea is for Silva to kind of play her music and draw them into the center rather than start looting over on the other side of town.
I do have one question though. My fairy can't attack normally, but she does still have poisonous arrows. Could I give some of them to Roga, or
because her poisonous arrows are the size of a match.
She's a tiny creature, isn't she?
She's a fairy.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't think Rogar's good, but like not that good. You just need a very small bow.
Attach the arrow to his arrow.
No,
Whoa,
fuck off, everyone.
Hey, do you not remember the hag contract?
Yes.
Come on now.
Right. So everyone's kind of positioned. You can see the townsfolk are busy, like moving supplies, like inside, hiding things. Like, so if the raid goes badly, they might be able to sort of find stuff. They're kind of dousing some of the inside walls with like water, and they're prepping water buckets so that if there is a fire, they can maybe put them out once everything blows over. Yeah, you can see that. You can see the mares moving amongst the people, sort of reassuring them, casting you the occasional dirty look. Her militar doing the same. Do you want to do anything, like, or are you just now resting in to wait?
Should I go into this house, team, or should I go into this house?
The further away from danger is the best.
Wait,
So probably this
can
way.
we just stop the raiders and be like, hey, I'll give you 2,000 gold pieces if you just kill the mayor and leave?
Why would you do that?
Kill the
I'm all for
mayor.
This plan, I like it. You and me, we got this. I don't have 2,000 gold though, so you're gonna work it up.
No, that's a terrible idea. We need a team leader.
Fine.
Fine.
Otherwise, we don't make any, like, well, I mean, I'm lawful, so I would be like, that's terrible because it's terrible. But otherwise, it's just like, why would we pay them 2,000 if we don't get anything in return except for they kill the mayor? Anyway, so I'll be going into this house, so can I ask the people who live in this house not to lock the door?
Yeah, you ask around a little bit, and you find it belongs to the blacksmith here. And he sort of nods and goes, that seems fine. They'd get in if they wanted to anyway, I'd just have to fix the bloody door.
Right.
And he kind of goes back to trying to, like, reinforce something to make sure it doesn't get broken in the raid. Everyone's sort of looking around nervously. But working hard. They're frontier people, they're used to bad shit happening to them. Anyone want to do anything else during the sort of time? Because you've got hours before it's time. Like you wouldn't just, you might go up to rooms, but you'd all be getting like dinner at some stage probably. Like some drinks. You've got a fair bit of time before the sun goes down.
Rogar is noticeably freaking out if anybody wants to talk.
Hitch is gonna attempt to lesser restoration Rogar.
I mean...
Question...
Does lesser restoration cure drug withdrawal? And
Actually,
it does.
Yes. It, like, temporarily. Like, it's not like you're suddenly no longer addicted to...
It's not that I'm gonna stop, but...
Yeah. But it does, like, lessen the symptoms of withdrawal. Like, John Hitch puts a hands on your shoulder, says something, and all that, like, itching and pain and sore head, which I have right now because I have a cold, just wafts away, and you feel fresher and more focused.
Now I have to think if Rogar's freaking out more or less. I think he's freaking out just the same, he's just sober now. Still freaking out, though.
So yeah, everyone can tell Rogar's kind of tense. A lot of the villagers are giving Rogar, like, that nervous, like... You know, everyone knows about adventurers in this world, and one of the things they know about adventurers is sometimes there's one adventurer who might just kill everybody for the lulz. So they're kind of watching him warily.
Looks like Gwyneth.
I would like to make an insight check to see if Rogar is a werewolf, because I feel like he's hiding
What
something.
did I do?
You want to kill the mayor?
Yeah, to save everyone else in the town.
The raiders are not here for the mayor. They're here to steal everything.
Wow.
That's very insightful.
I'll fucking give you anything you want at this point. Any information you want us to
How did Rogar lose his virginity?
No.
It's like, is Rogar like on drugs? You know, like the
He's
sort
a
of
spice dealer. What
Well,
do you
he's
think?
I am not that. I don't spend that much time with the take like you guys. It's like, Rogar, why are you doing drugs? We need an intervention. Silva, please prepare some tea. Rogar, why are you doing drugs?
I will.
Rogar is freaking out, and it's not like he's like freaking out because of drugs. Fucking worried about people that are gonna show up. Like, he keeps looking over his shoulder because he doesn't feel like he feels like they could show up at any time.
Just ask Auntie Elderflower what she'd do.
I made some tea. Here you go.
What would Auntie Elderflower do?
Hire some adventurers to kill her enemies. What else?
Dream. She hasn't told me what to do. She hasn't been visiting me in my dreams anymore. I don't know, man. Fucking. I don't know.
I can give you some sleep. I can try to put you to sleep if you want. Maybe you need some sleep. You know, a nap.
Nah, man. There's more voices when I'm asleep. More than
I can
3.
sing a song of rest. Maybe then you'll have a more peaceful rest.
Sorry about that. I am back. What did I miss?
Rogar freaking out and everyone trying to help.
At this point, the raiders have been and gone, and we're still trying to fix Rogar.
Okay.
The raiders
Yeah,
show
we're just
up.
standing here.
help
They just
Rogar.
come around and we're just like, leave us alone. We're fixing our friend.
You can't fix Rogar. They have to fix themselves. They have to do it themselves. That's how it works.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what the raider says. Yeah.
Him repeatedly.
But also, you see Rogar is like stressed about this attack, and he's worried about them coming. Silva, you give him some tea, hoping to help calm him down a bit.
I have a massive flask of whiskey he could use.
Oh yeah, he's just gonna try everything against that. You're getting chamomile tea, and that's that.
Do you feel their like reassurance is helping Rogar, or does Rogar like withdraw himself?
He appreciates the gesture, but he's worried because everything he's been reading in the contract, he knows why he's here. He keeps hearing Northern Raiders, and he's like freaking the fuck out. And he's like, it's time to face the truth. But he's still freaking the fuck out.
Time to face the music.
I mean, John, with your like high insight roll, you can tell that he's aware of these Northern Raiders and probably actually knows of them, and that's why he's scared.
What did you do with the Raiders, Rogar? Because you're also a bit iffy about them. Did you kill them? Some of them? We're all friends here. It's fine if you tell the truth. We won't judge. We won't judge.
I kind of killed with that for a few years.
Would you let my friend down? I believe you know him. His name is Aroth.
Yeah, I know Aroth. Friend of mine.
Yes, he was a dear friend to me also.
Good friend of mine. I'm not a raider anymore, I swear, but I used to be. And the people that are coming, they're not good. They're bad. They're real bad.
So
I know the leader, and I know all of them.
Can you tell us more information? Something that might give us the edge?
The unicorn's new. It's a new thing for me. Haven't heard of that before. Nope, not at all. Yeah, new unicorns.
You do think that the raid leader sounds like Magnus, though?
Yeah, raid leader definitely sounds like the big boss, though. Big boss, not fun. Gonna have to... might die. Good.
Not if I kill him
Does he just attack with...
Has there been any rumors of archers in the group, in the raiding party?
They've mostly been talking about the beasts that come with them and the raiders themselves. They do mention, like, sometimes foot troops follow on after, but they haven't given us much information on that because it's less prevalent how the raids work.
I'll just give everybody, like, Rogar starts giving a rundown of it. Basically, his battle plan. He's like, all right, so there's 5 people we gotta really be looking at. If we see any of these 5 people, you want to get in a house, you want to stay in the house, you want to cower in a corner.
I do not cower. I will kill.
Magnus is a big guy, big human, not fun. He's probably the one on the unicorn. I don't really believe in unicorns. Think bullshit.
So are they just people with weapons, or do they use magic themselves aside from the unicorn?
You remember Magnus is he was like kind of like a northern knight, but got way too into like marauding and killing, and it's just a very scary sort of martial fighter who's very aggressive. Likes to fight from horseback.
And then I'm like, there's also a half-orc. He trained me. He's pretty brutal. I think some of the other Take members have seen him around. He's not fun. Then there's my sister. You do not want to fight my sister. My sister will fucking kill you. She's the one.
Yeah, she shows up. You should just leave. You feel.
About it. Like she's like, I'm a good archer, but holy shit, you don't want to fight her. Oh. He's just like starts talking about his like mom and dad being really good fighters too. He's like, you just don't want to.
So we're facing
rambling.
So we are facing your family in essence.
You don't think all of them will show up on a raid? Like it depends. Maybe 1 or 2 of them. They would normally be staying with the main force, not like this is like a raid to gather supplies, basically.
Yeah, they're kind of looking for me. They've been looking for me. It's been about a year now.
That is fine. As long as you can protect us, we can protect you.
Good luck.
Do we have your bow?
And I thought my family was fucked up.
I'll throw this bitch in the well.
I'm Uncle Joe now.
No! Lady.
More importantly, Rogar, do you fight with us or for them?
Let me check Rogar's personality traits again.
Rogar better fucking not turn on us, because I'm gonna be in the same house as he is.
God damn it. I'm
gonna change this quick. I mean, Milo is still calm, like nothing's happening right now.
Yeah. Anyway, I think, Rogar has a little freak out, but admits to you sort of what he knows and what you kind of might be up against here. But you do what you can to calm him and sort of help him, like, make sure he is on side with you. And, you know, you look around, Roger, there are all these people here. Like, you know that if Magnus is the one coming and he catches these people, he'll just, like, he'll kill a bunch of them just for sport if they're in his way. Yeah, do you guys want to do anything else? Involving sort of preparations, or the villagers, or the mayor, or the military?
What you're saying is Milo's shit list has just jumped again to Magnus being the one name on the top.
Yeah. I mean, Magnus is just like an angry. He's the mountain of the group. Effectively, he's the guy who comes running and screaming and kills people for them.
So punch him in the balls, drop him, kick him to death.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Take away his reactions, that sort of shit.
Yeah, but I'm basically just trying to get. Is there anything in particular people want to do, or shall we skip ahead?
I would like to ask the people if they have I would like to ask people if they have like bear traps we could place, like inconspicuously, like just beneath, like and like in the entrance, they can cover them like with dirt, so they still are active, but they're not very visible on rushing horses.
I think one of them goes. Yes, I have most of my bear traps are in the woods, but this like hunter here has one. He hasn't set yet.
We could place one and see if the one of the first horses that arrives, really maybe just falls down, but that would probably interfere if we are in a gazebo.
You could also set one up on like an escape route, or even like in the doorway of one of the houses. You guys would know where it is, so you could jump over it. So if they chase you, they'll stand on it. Yeah, he gives you a bear trap. Like, this is a big iron bear trap.
Probably twice the size of Milo.
I feel like where that lady is, or on
I'm
here,
a man!
would probably be the best place.
Not very convincing there, fellow.
I'm sorry, all these people wearing's confusing.
You're right, gender is a construct. Right, so yeah, you've got a bear trap. Just put an X where you want the bear trap to be. Anything else? Nope, okay.
Milo is fine. He is ready to punch. Cracks his neck.
Alright, I'm just going to get rid of all these villagers then, because they eventually head off to the inn. They have like a nervous meal, look around, sort of scared at their homes that they might lose, and then, yeah, head off to get safe and secure in the inn.
Can I ask around? Can I ask around if any of the villagers are able to help us with the fight? Are they like, well, if they want to help us, you never know.
No, we have the guards. Please don't endanger civilians.
They tell you that none of them are really much in the way of fighters. They say that the military are actually quite well trained. The guy, but the ones who are with the mayor. But the townspeople themselves, like the blacksmith's a big burly fellow, but he's not sure he'd be much help in fighting like trained soldiers.
Yeah.
Do you try and inspire them to help, or you leave it at that?
No, I leave it at that because, I was just like, maybe there's someone in the town who's like, I'm a professional sword fighter, but if no one asks me to help, I'll go hide
there is. Like, the guard captain is a professional sword fighter, so are, like, the other ones, but they are going to be protected. At the moment, the mayor has them at the moment, the mayor's got them protecting the people in the inn.
Yeah, okay, but how useful are they going to be, like, when they're attacked and they're like a bunch of people in an inn inside?
I mean, like, they won't be any use to you because they'll be on the other side of the map, hiding in the inn.
Okay. Do we want to persuade any of them to come help us on the front line?
No, they're commoners.
No, I mean the military.
These are the town guard she's talking about.
Yeah.
We could do with a few more, but...
Does someone want to come with me to maybe persuade them?
Milo is the least charismatic person in this group. So...
I can try to come with you, but...
What are you trying to do?
Persuade some of the town guard to come help us defend them on the front instead of waiting for them to come for the people of the town in the inn.
You are aware that the mayor won't let them out of her sights, right?
We can
Like
try to
the whole
persuade her.
that-
We can try to persuade her. That's why I need someone to come with me, because then.
Yeah, but she's a bitch. She would never listen to reason.
But I have good persuasion.
I mean, Rogar will go with you. You've been nice.
Hello. Okay.
Rogar being probably less charismatic than Milo.
Hey.
So
It's
you
an
guys,
11. What are you talking about?
you guys head over, and yeah, the mayor is there talking with her soldiers, sort of saying, you know, to giving some advice and stuff, and it sees you come over, kind of gives you a slight scowl, and it says, "How are your preparations going?"
Oh, our preparations are going fine. You know, we met up with the other soldier guys who have, you know, they're gonna help us, as of course expected of them. But we were just wondering, if we could have any more help from your townsguard, since you know, it's a party that's raiding us, and any help is welcome, of course. And yeah, that. This is my friend Rogar. He is here to help me. Ask you. Smile.
Rogar smiles.
She sort of, you know, looks at you and goes, "My men are going to be in the village in the tavern protecting the townsfolk, in case they raid in there."
Any possibility that you could have two of them help us, and then keep the rest of them? We don't need all of them, obviously. We just need a few more to cover exits in case we do get them. When we do get them trapped, and if any of them try to escape, we can cut off exits. Your men seem very trained, highly professional. We were just hoping for at least 2 more men. I'm an expert archer. I'll be running along rooftops, covering the entrance to the inn, so you shouldn't have much to worry about.
Roll. Silva can roll it, because you can help with Rogar helping. You were going to have disadvantage because her current disposition towards you is sort of negative, but with Rogar it's a straight roll. So yeah, right. Persuasion roll.
Crit this shit.
Yeah. No, yeah. She nods. It's like, I mean, it makes sense if we stop them there, they won't be able to get into the inn. And yeah, the sword sort of the captain goes, "Also, we really don't need that many men in the inn. They'll just be standing on top of each other." Nods and goes, "All right, take 3 of my men."
Yay.
More than I was hoping for. Woo!
Yeah, and then 3 of them, like,
High five.
I think they'll keep the art.
Yeah.
Do you want the crossbowmen, or do you want like just three guys with halberds?
Another archer would be fucking.
Yeah.
All right.
Crossbowmen.
Awesome. Plus, what are you gonna do with a crossbow or in an inn?
In an inn.
Breaking people in.
Yeah,
waiting for them to break open the door. He's just gonna be standing there.
Yeah.
Stop.
So they go off. They're gonna. Well, yeah. Do you want to say anything to these guys before they sort of go? They like nod and move away, like going to help the. I think one of them's gonna stand up with Rogar.
Please do not die. I
Oh, that helps. Thank you, Mrs.
To be honest,
it's all right.
I talked to the crossbowman and I'm like, all right, so here are your targets. I start like giving him the rundown of who to shoot, where to shoot. I'm like, you know the drill. You seem like a highly trained professional.
Can we get the other extra man that's still standing here, maybe in this house?
Oh, sorry, which house?
This house up here. Yeah, so that he can cover this exit, kinda, and this one.
Yeah, you don't think this exit will be too much of a problem because they're on horseback. They won't try and go through like the skinny ones. But he'll go in there and he'll help out Sergeant Varl when things get rough.
Yeah.
And
I think
the other
we
one.
got a really nice setup here.
Yeah, we did great, Rogar. We did so good. Yeah.
Rogar, could you make a charisma saving throw for me?
What?
Yeah. Oh,
wow.
Boy.
Rogar,
that's a.
You gain just doing our job. Basically, when there's somebody you really want to die, just ask me to use this token. This is the "we're just doing our job" token.
Okay.
So if you just like, this guy has to fucking die, just ask to use that token.
That's awesome.
Cool. Right.
Don't worry about it. It's a personal thing.
Yeah, I have tokens set up for like things if you do stuff in town. Right. I think with that, I think we're all done with plans and stuff.
Anyone else got plans? I mean, my plan worked. We got 3 extra guys.
I would want a rundown from like the big bad from Rogar, like weak points possibly.
Rogar, you know Magnus is kind of hot-headed, impetuous,
egotistical.
Yeah.
Do you know like something that he might be afraid of?
Weapons.
I haven't found it yet. If there's anything he's afraid. I've seen the man kill fucking everything.
Yeah. He's a bit overconfident, tends to charge in. That kind of thing. He's a brute.
So, what weapon does he favor?
Lance when on horseback, mace when he's up close.
Okay.
If you see a half orc by his side, the half orc is his second in command, just as brutish.
Are you talking about Brutos?
Brutos, yeah.
Brutos is his sort of superior, because the guy in charge of everything is Griffiths, and Brutos is Griffiths' right hand man.
That knowledge is screaming in my head right now.
Wait, is it not Griffiths that's showing him? Or...
No, it's Magnus. Remember, you put down Magnus as like a marauder. Yeah. Griffiths wouldn't show up on like a little raid like this. He's at the head of the army.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but still, they're all fucking terrible.
They're all awful.
If we see Griffiths here,
yeah, you should leave.
There's no hope for the town.
Well, you know, Griffiths is at like the head of like an army of hundreds of men. So if Griffiths is here, then yeah, everything's lost.
Something more important is happening here. This town is actually a portal to another dimension if he's here.
So basically, the guys that I've got to look out for have a little bit of reach on horseback. Take the horses out, then I've got more of a chance to throw him down the well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw his ass down the well. That sounds awesome.
Cool. Is that as all prepped and prepared?
Yeah.
Alright, so I think we'll take a quick break here if anyone wants to grab a drink or anything.
Yes,
and then when we come back...
Any coffee?